And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Suwannee Bulldog Coaches Show, brought to you by RiverCountrySports.com. I'd like to thank our sponsors, our season sponsors here, and that's Farm Bureau Insurance, Van Carpet One, and the Suwannee County School District. Wayne Luttrell filling in for TJ Vickers. He's on the IR tonight, Coach.
Yeah. He's on the PUP list. unable to perform.
Suwannee High head coach Kyler Hall with me. And, Coach, last week, homecoming game, what a perfect night, what a perfect week. Everything was fine until the second quarter, really. I mean, that first quarter, man, we were humming. We thought I had started the party, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We were having a celebration, and I knew it was early. And then that second quarter, that's been a thorn all year long.
All season long. Second quarter is just, it's killed us. And it's been defense, it's been offense, it's been kicking game. And it was each phase of the game this past Friday. But, the lead up, the preparation and practice, I thought we had a great week. The activities throughout the bash, the Hall of Fame induction, the parade, that stuff's great. It's a great week. We had a big crowd. Weather, I mean, it was ideal. Is what you wanted. Granted, they showed up, 30 minutes late and delayed the game a little bit. Yeah. But other than that, man, the setting was there. First quarter played extremely well in each phase of the game. Defense was flying around, forcing turnovers. Offensively, we're scoring, kicking games. It was great, complimentary football. And then the second quarter hit.
Yeah,
which has been just our Achilles heel this year. And there was a 15-play sequence. And now, if you want to go drive by drive, we can. But there was a 15-play sequence in the second quarter that really summed up, it summed up the game, and it really summed up our season. So I can hit on that now, or we can talk about some of the good stuff first. However you want to go with it. But
right.
that 15-play sequence just really summarized how this season has gone.
Let's start with the first quarter.
Let's do that.
So the first quarter was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
I mean, we jumped out. That first drive, a scripted drive. First of all, a great return when we get the ball in midfield, and we just marched down the field. I mean, it just looked like, we do this every week. No problem at all. Go up 7-0. And then we ended up scoring again, played some good defense, got some turnovers, as you mentioned, went up 14-0. And honestly, I thought at that point, and then you go to the next drive, and we ended up picking off a pass, and I thought, this is our night. I mean, I've been waiting for these guys to look this good all year long. So let's talk about the first quarter and the good start.
Yeah, first quarter was great. Starts out with a great kickoff return, and we took the ball. So that's one thing we talked about during the week, because previous games we had deferred, and man, we give up the first touchdown. Teams just drove right down the field. But offensively, we had been playing well early. So we had decided before the game, if we win the toss, we're going to take the ball. Let's get some confidence, some good stuff early.
Right.
And it worked out great. Coy had a great return. I think we're around the 45 or so. And we go right down the field. Running game looks good. Everything's clicking. Then I think we kick off and Slaughter did a great job once again. Their guy fumbles it. They end up recovering. But good field position. I think I don't know if it was a 3-and-out that drive, but we got them off the field quickly, and get the ball right back, and we go again. So I mean, everything was as it was supposed to be, and as we can play that first quarter.
Yeah, we really played well that opening quarter, and I don't know what it is about the first drive. If it's scripted, I'm assuming it is. But we seem to click on all cylinders, and I don't know what that second quarter does, if we're losing focus, if we're just tired at that point, if the other team is woke up. I'm not sure.
So this is kind of been what I've seen, and I saw this. You could physically see this Friday night. When we get up 14-0, you would naturally think, man, we're going to be sky high. We're going to put these guys away. Like, we're dominating this game.
Yes.
But we did the reverse for whatever reason. Like, we became complacent. We relaxed, acting like we had been there before as far as winning those games, which we haven't, obviously. But we get in this relaxed mode, and instead of taking that 14-0 lead and building and really taking them out that first half, we let it back in the game.
Yeah.
And it started with a good play. And we showed the kids this today in film. And it wasn't, we weren't picking on anybody, but this 15-play sequence, which started with a good play, and then it just set up these next plays that really flipped the game and changed the dynamic of the whole outcome. So we get the strip sack. They had driven the field. So let's go back to the interception. Bub Lovett gets the interception.
Right.
We get a big first play.
Yep.
We get a big second play. Penalty comes.
Yep.
And penalties kill us.
Behind the sticks, 1st and 20. And
yes, that was the thing. That was the thing after that first quarter was penalties.
Yeah.
So then we end up punting the ball. So in that case, even there, we have an opportunity to go at 21-0. So they get the ball. They drive down the field.
Right.
We get them, third. It was second and 10.
Second and 10.
And
we get the sack and the fumble.
Yes. Great play. Coverage is where it's supposed to be. We have 5 guys. It's that old crap moment for that quarterback.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing but Bulldogs around him.
Yeah.
We've got 5 guys. He's scrambling. We get hold of him. Ball pops out. There's nothing but green grass in front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scoop and score.
Scoop and score, which kids know that, and we practice this, and we talk about this.
The 45 is a big one now to get on that ball. I mean, he's not the scoop and scorer.
At least give it a shot. Because I told him, hey, man, you probably could have outran them 2 linemen, because that's all that was there was 2 linemen.
And you had a few blockers.
And Kyler Watson was there. So it was a good play. It was a good play. I mean, we get a strip sack. We get the ball. Offense have it. But if we scoop and score, that is a 21-0 game.
Yeah.
The game's obviously not over at that point, but that is a huge difference. All right, so good play. We got the ball. We go 3 and out. So offensively, we didn't respond. We didn't capitalize. We go 3 and out.
Yeah, incomplete pass. Then took a sack and a quarterback scramble, and we have to punt it away, which was partially blocked.
Punt gets blocked. So going back to the previous punt, say we've got to speed the process up. And then watching on film, we punted, and we talk about this all the time against other teams, our guys. We want our punt to go off from no closer than 11 yards. When you get anything 10, 9, 8, the percentages go up. You're going to get that blocked.
Yeah.
So we punt the ball from 8 yards. They get a piece of it. They get the ball. First, now granted, it's still 14-0.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah.
Still 14-0. First play, they go play action.
Yeah.
And we had 2 guys in the middle of the field.
Yep.
We vacate the middle of the field, just cover 3. We give up a post first play. So now it's 14-7.
Yeah. I mean, we give up that 39-yard pass. I mean,
right off the rip.
And nobody home.
Nobody. And we have been playing the same coverage all night. And then that play where we have to, we've got to get a stop, 14-7. And so in kickoff, they drop it right in the dead zone.
I've never seen that before.
And we froze. So in that moment, you have to make a decision. You got to come up. One, you got to come up and catch it. We don't come up and catch it. We don't block the guy that's hauling tail down the field. It takes a big hop. They get it.
Yeah. Actually, he caught it in midair.
Yes.
And if high school rules would have allowed, he just scored.
Right. Yeah. You can't advance the
ball.
But
and Andy and I were screaming, we thought it was a touchdown.
And
And which was a good break for us.
It was.
Because now, as bad as that was, we still got a shot.
Still got a shot. And then we don't respond. They score. And the third down, they scored on the 3rd and goal.
Yep.
And we've got it piled up. We instead of containing, we jump inside and stack the pile. They bounce it out and score.
It's 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yes. 3rd and goal from the 6.
Just keep them out of the end zone.
Keep them out. So now we're tied 14-14, which 15 plays earlier, we had a chance to go up 21-0. And that is the difference in winning games and winning plays and good plays.
Yeah.
And you just look back at the course of our year, we've had a lot of good plays, like stuff that can put us in position to win. But what we have failed to do, and this, when I say we, coaches, players, everybody, we have failed to make and create the winning plays. Like we can't give up the block punt. Like we blocked the punt.
Yeah.
Hagedorn blocked a punt. We've been getting, the bloop kicks and those things. And then we turn around and we give up a block punt. We give up a bloop kick. Like, we can't do those. Like, we're not good enough to allow those type of plays to happen. So,
well, you go back to our block punt, and then we end up getting a penalty and get behind the sticks again and wasn't able to do anything with that possession.
yes. And so penalties, again, killed us. Not taking that, again, we had 2 different opportunities to go up 21-0 and really put that team away, because that's a big gap. And so now they get very predictable in what they're going to do offensively. So again, it kind of summed up the season Friday night. Like, that was the difference.
But even after they tie it up at 14, now
absolutely, we still got a whole second half.
So we had a nice drive there right before the half and had a chance to stick 3 on the board and didn't convert that field goal try from 39 yards out. So it's still tied at 14. So
it is.
And I know there's a lot of distraction with homecoming and everything and all that going on, but still we had a chance to regroup and come back out in the second half. We play that second half, we come out of the locker room exactly like we did in the first half.
I'm telling you.
But we did.
We did. And that's what I talked about, where the body language, the confidence, like everything just shifted. And like, that was the disappointing part, because they're an okay team. They had some size. Their defensive line, they had some good players. 4 was a good player. 2, but no, we came out the second half. We just looked so flat the first drive. They go down to score. We end up getting a field goal. So it's still within 4 points in the fourth quarter, as we've seen this type of situation all year. And then we didn't get anything going offensively. Defense, we missed some third downs. But again, you can't let any team hang around. But you definitely can't let a team that has good playmakers. Number 5 is a good player. The quarterback's a good player. You can't let those guys hang around and give them any confidence, because they're going to take it and they're going to play really well. So we didn't put them away, and then we never responded in the second half.
We have a habit of making opposing quarterbacks look like Heisman candidates, but Rocco Manigo had a great night, 218 yards, and also ran for 32 yards. Now, sacks put him back to 4 yards on total, but he hurt us a few times with his legs, which kind of unexpected, but we let him out of the pocket, let him escape.
Yeah, we have seen that quarterback like all year, feels like. We've seen the dual threat, that can throw it pretty well, that can run it, tough competitor. That knows how to extend plays, but no, he played well. But daggone, we made him look better than what we saw coming in, giving up the play action over the top, and didn't tackle well. I think it was our first touchdown, maybe. Didn't tackle well, not their first touchdown. They threw a little hitch route, and he makes 2 guys miss, runs away. But man, disappointing.
Even when they went up by the, they got that late score and they go up by 10. And I still felt, we're still in this game. We had a great return.
Still in the game.
They had an excessive celebration penalties. Then we ended up getting a great return from Lujak, I believe it was that
Lou
time.
had a good
put us down at the 25-yard line. I'm thinking, if we score quick here, we still got a shot to pull this thing out, and it would have, made the home crowd go crazy and everything. But we ended up throwing a pick.
Yeah, and so part of that too, like, we sit here and we know, man, we're still in the game. It's 10 points. We're still in the game. Score. Sure. Let's get a stop. Like, and this group has just struggled with understanding, like, how quickly 10 points can be erased. Yeah. I mean, we saw it, how quickly 14 points was erased.
Absolutely.
So that mindset, and some of it is some of these kids that are still learning how to play the game, or they're a younger kid that's been playing probably more than expected due to injuries and some different reasons. But, man, like, 10 points is nothing. Like, go down and score, get a stop. We'll go down and win this game. So a lot of us, the mindset, we can't turn the ball over there. The core was hampered. He really couldn't run like he wanted to, because there was running lanes naturally he looked like he had done all season. He's going to pull the ball down and run. Yeah. And so that was kind of taken away from his game. So, yeah, and then we get a turnover at the end of the game. Like, we had to force a turnover, get the ball, and the ball pops out.
Yeah, and nobody jumps. I know. And that's been a thing all year. I can't even explain that.
We lead the country.
Do you ever do drills?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you do.
We lead the country in footballs on the ground without getting them.
We got it. I mean, because we've had, I don't know how many opportunities. There'd be 3 or 4 Bulldogs. Hey, no, I don't understand it.
There's a lineman that out-hustled us.
Anyway, 27-17, Atlantic Coast. Congratulations to the Stingrays. They get the win over the Suwannee Bulldogs last Friday night. We've got one more game to go, and we'll come back and talk about the Chiles Timberwolves right after this timeout on rivercountrysports.com.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau Insurance.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Van Carpet One. For 78 years, we've been your local family-owned and operated floor covering store, and we can't wait to serve you. Let's go check out some of the stuff we've got and say hey to the guys.
Hey guys, this is Michael Van here at Van Carpet One. Wanted to show you our huge display of carpet. Got about 1,000 rolls for you that we can order. We also keep about 100 in stock that are on clearance, so please come down and give us a visit. We appreciate it.
Come in and see the largest tile collection in North Florida. Van Carpet One has every tile you could possibly imagine. If you can't find it here, they don't make it. Guys, take a look at this. This is just some of our options in waterproof vinyl plank, where we have the largest selection anywhere around here, including over 70 pallets in stock, ready to go right now. Come in and see our fantastic selection of elegant hardwood too, followed up by fantastic service that you expect from a company like Van Carpet One.
Come on in and see us.
We can't wait to serve you. And that's a boom shakalak.
Back here on the Coach's Show, Wayne Luttrell with Coach Kyler Hall. And Coach, last week we didn't get the win, but I was looking at Coy Fryer and his stats, and I didn't know he was hobbled.
Yeah.
But in the passing department, 8 of 13, 63 yards, threw the one pick there at the end of the game. He also ran for 22 yards, but after the sacks, that comes out to just 7 yards. But on the ground, Vano had 84 yards.
Yep.
Blue Jack had 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. I felt bad for Vano. I know you wanted to give the senior the chance to score, but he got you down there, and it was like, wait a minute, give number 18 to carry.
Yeah, reward the guy for getting down there. But they all played well. And again, Coy got banged up in the Taylor County game. Okay. And so it just kind of progressively got worse throughout the week. So, again, I think that was a big difference offensively, because that was part of just the game plan of Vano, Lou Jack, and you've got Coy with the run threat. Right. And if, the play breaks down, the passing play, he can take off a run. So then when he couldn't run,
I was wondering about that, because he had a couple opportunities and he didn't, and that's not like him.
No, because he's going to pull and go, and he had no burst, and he played tough, which he always does. But that was a big setback of where we get some conversions. Instead of having to punt, we're going to get those first downs. But played a tough game, and
also not having Ty in there. Now I thought Cherry had a good game, 5 catches on the night, but there were a couple of miscommunications. You could tell where they just hadn't worked as a team, as a unit. Coy in that position, and we're a receiver. We threw, I know, that one pick in the end zone. You thought, the receiver was going to be in the back of the end zone. He put it there. He put it in a spot. I'm assuming that's what happened, and we just didn't. A little miscommunication, because we haven't practiced in those situations.
Yeah, continuity obviously wasn't there like it had been with Sykes and with Coy receiver and Cherry and those guys in Ty. So just a limited time, and plus you look at the difference in game plans that we had going, from Perry or Taylor County and then going into Atlantic Coast, 2 pretty different game plans. But I thought, speaking of Cherry, I thought he played one of his better games all around. Played well defensively, came up, had some good tackles. Cherry is a player, man. He's got a very high, football IQ. Yeah. He understands the defense. He plays corner and safety. Offensively, he can play in the slot. You're going to see him this week, some in the backfield. So he's just a kid that you can play a lot of different places, because he understands the game, plays the game hard. So I thought he played very well.
All right, so let's move forward.
Yep.
It's the last game of the regular season, a Thursday night game in Tallahassee against Chiles. So we don't have Sykes, and apparently we don't have Coy.
Yeah, so
What are we doing at quarterback?
by committee.
Who wants to play quarterback?
I know, yeah. And Coy, there's a small chance still, but we're kind of preparing that he's not going to be able to go. I know if it's left up to him and just him, he's going to go. And if there's any way he can go, he wants to do it. So we'll find out, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday at the latest, hopefully. But we're preparing as if he's not going to be able to go, seeing if that situation ends up being the case. But, it's going to be, again, by committee. You're going to see Bono back there. I mentioned Cherry. So, obviously, it's going to be a heavy run attack. Bono and Cherry can throw the ball. It will just be a very limited sample and a condensed, playbook from a passing game standpoint. But it's one of those things, it is what it is. You got to adapt and adjust. And I was talking to Coach Gaddy today. Looking back at last year, I thought those injuries were bad. I wish that we had some bad ones. But, man, these have come just kind of stacked up on top of each other here at the end of the year. But no excuses. We got to go in and play hard. Defensively, we've got a big task in front of us. They're a big physical team that runs the ball very well. So, again, we've got to go over and make more winning plays, not just those good ones, but we've got to find a way to steal possessions, score, creative ways to score on defense. Like we've got to play a great game.
We got to play defense.
Yes.
If we can play some defense, because you got to figure this is going to limit our scoring chances.
Yep.
So if we can get a low-scoring game and somehow find a way, that's the key to this one. But taking a look at Chiles, they come in 5-4. They've got some pretty good stats when I look at their quarterback, number 0. Gavin Ford, thrown for over 1,300 yards on the season. Then they've got the Clark kid, number 3. He's run for over 1,000 yards. They've got several weapons. And they've got a kid named Fryer on the team. That's leading as far as receiver, Cade Fryer.
Yeah, Cade's a really good receiver, runs great routes, 2 good running backs. The quarterback, so I saw these guys in the spring. He transferred over from JP2, that's over there in Tallahassee. The program shut down, so he ended up going to Chiles. And he is a really good ball player. The kid they had last year was more athletic, could really run it. He went over to Lincoln. But this kid just kind of fits what they've been wanting to do, manages the game very well, can run it when necessary, throws a good ball, has good receivers. But, man, they're big and physical up front. Their left guard, he's as good of a offensive lineman as we've seen. And we've seen some good ones this year. Sure. But he is big, nasty, finishes blocks. He's a South Florida commit, so he gets after it. And their running backs, they get downhill. So we have to play very well in the trenches. Our linebackers, which we've got some younger guys in there, they're going to have to play strong and physical, secondary support. So that's first and foremost is we've got to find a way somehow slow the run down, turnovers. Keep it as low scoring as we can. But we're going to have to play a very physical game.
Yeah, last year, I don't know if you remember the game at the Doghouse last year, 25-24.
Great game.
I'd take that right now.
I would.
I mean, that was one of the most exciting games we were a part of.
That was a great game, great finish. Big plays were made, and we had found our groove at that point of the year. But it'll take something like that. They've won some good games and they've lost some close ones. So we're going to go battle, and I know our kids will show up and do that, but got to find a way to make a little bit more winning plays.
You may not have the answer to this, but what do they look like as far as playoffs in Class 5A? Are they? I know they're close. Do they need this game?
Oh yeah, they need this one for sure because Lincoln is their district champion. I think last week they were sitting at the 10th or 9th seed, so they're right there on the bubble. I love Coach Reagan's, but I want to spoil the party on Thursday night. But no, he's done a really good job. They had some struggles last year, and I thought he's really got them in a great spot. They play hard in each phase of the game, but they're right there on that bubble. And but man, we want to go over and kind of bust it.
It'd be a great way to end a struggling
It would.
season.
It
To
would.
come away with that win, that would be like our bowl game if you look at it that way.
It would, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna root for us. Hopefully, we can go over there and spring an upset.
Yeah, that's why you play the game. You know, there's upsets every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you go and play, and a lot of times when the odds are stacked up against you, and you've got guys out, and you know you got to do things a little bit different. A lot of times that rallies everybody together and play with great intensity and focus. And it's going to take that, and our guys have that in them. They got to bring it out.
I still believe.
Absolutely.
So go Dogs.
Yes, sir.
All right, we've got a kind of a special thing here. We had a bunch of fun last week with the homecoming festivities and also the Hall of Fame inductions. And here's a little piece of that from the induction ceremony last Thursday on rivercountrysports.com.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be recognized for, my time, growing up and, everything that this place did for me. Like Kyler said, we grew up together. If it wasn't for him, and his father, I probably would have never ran track. Because that family means, a lot to me. Excuse me. It's kind of emotional. This is a surreal moment for almost like winning the state title. So it's crazy. Again, I would like to thank you all for inducting me into this, into the Suwannee Hall of Fame. This is, when I think back of my time here, I take a lot of lessons that I learned from here to my coaching today. Like I said, I coach in Tallahassee. I was down here last week for a cross-country meet, and I'm back this week for this. As soon as we get done tomorrow, I got to get back to Tallahassee because my team is running at the FSU meet in Tallahassee on Saturday. But again, a lot of the stuff that I implement in my coaching today, I learned here. So I'm thankful for my time and everything that this place taught me. So again, thank you, K. Hall, for the moments we shared on the football field and track. And again, it's an honor. Thank you.
That's where our relationship started, and the opportunities I've been given by Suwannee Middle School and High School, just the programs, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Starting in middle school, and I couldn't play football that my 7th grade year, so I kind of started going down a path that I probably shouldn't have. And I won't bore you with the details of that, but I got into a little bit of trouble and did a little bit of time in out of school suspension, and I was given kind of Hunter's dad pulled me in because he knew my family, knew where I come from. Hunter Abercrombie's dad, Tommy, and he said it's time to make a choice, which direction you want to go with. And from that point, of course, when I met Coach and discovered wrestling, real wrestling, because at that point all I knew was, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. So once I discovered real wrestling, I became extremely passionate about it, and from that point on, it was on. I wanted to wrestle, I wanted to play football, I wanted to be a Suwannee Bulldog. That's all I wanted. So the opportunities through the years that I've been given because of what I did, it's just been tremendous. I've met so many amazing people over the years between the sports, and my beautiful family, the support they've given me over the years. I've used what I've learned, my leadership skills and everything I've learned through the football and wrestling, I've used in my career as a correctional officer, and been able to work my way up, and now I'm a colonel for the Florida Department of Corrections. So I use those leadership skills to lead by example. One of my taglines is lead the way you want to be led, and that's what I had. All the people that stood up for me when I was coming up and led me, the people that came before me, and the opportunities that I've had. And now I get to watch my son. He's a senior this year, exactly 30 years after I graduated high school. Now he's a senior this year and been a wrestler. And my daughter, she's a freshman this year. Now Suwannee has an all-girl wrestling team, and she decided she wants to be a wrestler too. So, and I'm glad my oldest is here with my beautiful granddaughters, and I just appreciate this opportunity to represent Suwannee High. Thank y'all for the nomination. It means a lot to me. I'll always be a Bulldog, so no matter what. Thank y'all.
I was going to put the headsets on, but decided against that. I don't even know why I'm up here. I mean, all these great athletes, I'm looking around, and I was never a great athlete. I can promise you. I was okay. I usually made the team, but I was never a great athlete. Now, this guy in his day, this guy actually was a great athlete, and it's been a joy to broadcast. When I started doing this, Mr. Buggy Day, his dad was a legend in the broadcast field, and then Shannon was doing his brother was doing the games at that point. And then after Shannon, Andy came in, but there's never been, to my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's never been a Suwannee broadcast without one of the days involved in it, which I think is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And he was the first one. I guess Mick Hubert, wasn't that the guy's name in Florida? You say, oh my? But I remember Andy saying it before him.
Well, actually, the guy from Santa Fe that did it with me,
Okay.
he stole it.
Is that right? I believe that.
Yeah, it was.
And give them dogs 6? Now that's an original.
Well, I don't know, you always say touchdown Swanner. I mean, I had a great time with Wayne. We've been doing the game so long, sometimes it just takes each other for granted.
Yeah, and we talked about the different things at Wakulla. You remember the year, we went to Wakulla one year. This is unbelievable. We get set up, this is back in the days, radio, so we had to have this big Marty unit, had to have a great big connection and everything, and it took a while to set up. So we asked ahead of time where we can set up, and they put us in a booth, and they said, this is where we want you to set up. So we got set up, it's about 10 minutes before airtime, and all of a sudden these coaches come in and say, you can't be in here. So this is where they told us to set up. We're already hooked up, but this is where we're not moving. And then they got the policemen up there and they moved us. So now this is almost broadcasting. So we get out and we're standing in a different booth, and we get on the air, and now we're on the air, we're live. And they moved us again, a second time while we're live. Take a quick commercial break. Remember we had to move on.
Move to the chain link fence. They put us outside, out back, under the, we're leaning around, and we got 3 of their, I won't say the quarterback club members, but there was somebody, for that team. And they were giving us a fit the whole time. They did not even want to scoot over for us to do the game. It was, I was nice. Probably being older, I might have been a little more.
I was a little bolder because I had Andy by my side.
Well, I don't know, we were outnumbered.
And we were, so we had to behave. But we have been through quite a few times just, broadcasting. We talk about coaches not wanting to give us information. I mean, that's still happening. I'm trying to get Atlantic Coast roster this week, and I got a hold of their athletic director and said, well, I messaged the coach, and that's all I've gotten so far. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the roster. It's going to hurt their team, but it's always a chore, and Wakulla is the one that stands out. And the ironic thing is, every time they come here and they send a radio team, we treat them like royalty. You guys need anything? We got them in the press box. We do what we can, but most places that we go, when we get outside of this immediate area, I mean, Suwannee, Branford, we have press boxes, Madison, Lake City, Hamilton has a press box. But you start going toward the bigger cities and there's no facility. In Baker County, for example. You remember sitting in the rain in Baker County?
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, more than once. You just told me, that's right.
I did it with Live Oak burning down one time.
Yeah, that's right. We were in Clinton when Live Oak was on fire. And we were trying to relay information to the crowd. Well, that was a crazy night. But the night of the rain, I'll never forget this, and I learned a lesson from Andy. We got done with that game, and I mean, I was soaked through 3 layers of clothing all the way to the bone. We get back to the van, and he takes off his hunting suit, and he's high and dry. And I'm like, I got to get one of those. That was a lesson I learned from him.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We've had some good times. Pretty much, I just thank everybody here for, I mean, even nominating the broadcasters
Yeah.
into the Hall of Fame. It's been a fun time. Some of the best times of my life, actually.
No doubt about it. It's been a great honor. It's a great honor for me. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Esther, more than 40 years. They're supporting me. One of my sons is going to be here tomorrow. I couldn't make it today with my grandson, Lincoln, so I'm excited about that. My 2 partners are sitting over here. I got Kick and Kevin. We do the radio Zoo now in the morning on 107.5 and also on the internet and Facebook Live. And then Miss Tammy Neal, who's my partner with River Country Sports, and that's been a blessing. She's the brains behind the operation, in case y'all wondered. She's the one who gets it done. And Sawyer back there operating, one of our camera operators. He's terrific. But it's been a real blessing to be able to go from radio, and we weren't sure what was going to happen. And then Clifford Gwynn was the guy that got me started in this direction of the live stream, because 2 years ago I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what's a live stream, what's a podcast, and so I think it's come a long way. And now we've added Branford, so we're all of Suwannee County sports with the Branford Buccaneers. We're having a great season. They play Mayo Friday. Y'all want to check that out on the channel. And of course, Suwannee about to get a win tomorrow night against Atlantic Coast. I've guaranteed it, so it's got to happen. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and that's the thing with River Country. Hats off to what all y'all done. So I want a banner made to hang out in front. Don't dream it, stream it. River Country Sports.com. Oh my!
I like that. My favorite coach over here. He mentioned I coached him when he was a little kid, but Kyler Hall he's been tremendous. My 3 favorite coaches. I would name my 3 favorite coaches, and I hate to leave anybody out, but Coach Mike Pittman, when I first got here, he would stir it up. Boy. I'll tell you what he used to tell me. We'd come in, that's back when you used to bring a cassette player in to do the pregame interviews, and he'd say, hang on a minute, I got to stir some things up. And he was serious. He'd go out in the hallway and start disciplining or whatever it was he did. And then he'd come back and we'd do the interview. And then Coach Jay Walls he was tremendous to work with, and then Kyler. And it's just been a blessing to have been a part of this all these years, and we thank you guys. Bottom of my heart, always going to be a dog.
Yep, always a dog for life. And thank you for everything. Just to be a part of it. Because once you get a little bit older, you graduate high school, maybe play a little college ball, maybe you don't. Kind of get away from it a little bit, but you always have that yearning to get back on that field. Sometimes, now back when I was maybe 10 years younger, I thought I could still probably do it. I almost asked Coach Fishman one year if I could come out and practice with him, but then I kind of got to thinking about that. Now the older I get, my knees ache, my back ache, I can't see real well, and I'm almost bald. It's great anyway. And Coach Mike Pittman, he was a trip.
Yeah,
I used to follow him around like a puppy dog before the chain link fence went up. I'd follow him around. I just bothered him. He got where he was running from. He'd go to the other side of the field. But some of the best things he had to say about me and Wayne was this. He said, y'all 2 guys got about as much knowledge about football as fill up a thimble. He said, I'm small one.
Still get your thumb in it. I think was the quote.
Yeah. So, no, it's good to be a dog, and I don't know, we were shocked that we were even considered in the Hall of Fame. And we'll cherish it the rest of our life.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and we'll be on the air tomorrow night, rivercountrysports.com. Thank you.
And welcome back, everyone. Wayne Luttrell filling in for TJ Vickers. Tonight, it's the Coaches Show as the Suwannee Bulldogs prepare for their final regular season game of 2025, going over to see the Coach Reagan-led Chiles Timberwolves. Now, normally, because I like old Bill now, normally I'd be rooting for him. But we're not going to root for him Thursday night.
If you get really quiet, you could hear Bill Reagan's right now somewhere. He's that loud.
Yeah,
I was at the game Friday.
He was, yeah. I know. They played Leon on Thursday night, so Friday I ran into at the Brown Lantern. I said, "What are you doing over here?" He said, "I'm scouting you, baby."
Yeah. No, I love Bill, man. We coached together for many years. He hired me, gave me my first opportunity, and then he came with me to McClay after he was out at Leon. So, man, we go way back. He coached me. And then even me growing up and watching him, and
great athlete.
Yeah, man. So love him. He's a character, and again, they've done a great job over there. They got a good thing going, but would love to beat him.
Yeah, we beat him last year. I'm sure he's wanting to return the favor. So
yes, he is.
We'll see what happens. But we have had a couple of common opponents.
Yep.
Both of us have played Godby, and both of us have played Wakulla.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to Godby, both teams lost. Suwannee fell 36-31. They lost 35-17.
Yeah.
But they ended up beating Wakulla. They 23-21.
Yeah.
And we fell 30-23. So just by those scores, it looks like this is going to be a pretty evenly matched game if we had all our pieces.
Yeah, so with some of the pieces being out, that definitely affects, game plan and, just some matchup issues. But like I said, looking at, the opponents with Godby and Wakulla, Godby, and I honestly thought at that point that was a game that Chiles was going to really take and just run through physically up front, because Godby I didn't think was going to match up as well. But their skill guys, very good, and I think they got the better of Chiles that night. In the Wakulla game, man, that was a crazy back-and-forth game, a lot of, big plays, turnovers. So that one went all the way down to, like, the last couple minutes of the game. But, again, our kids, I know they're going to show up and fight. But, man, we've got to find a way to make some exceptional plays, to, turnovers, field position, like just playing the games within the game. And when we get a chance, to make it a big play, we got to make it. And we get a chance to get a turnover or a scoop and score or block a kick, like we've got to make those.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, this being the last game, especially for some of these seniors, I mean, they're going to leave it all out on the field. So you never know. I mean, we get a break here or there, and it could be an upset. Yeah,
that's why you play the game. And I'm telling you, I've been a part of a lot of games, and I've had far less talented teams than we have now. Even with the guys out, I've when I was at McClay, man, we had some low numbers at times, and just the odds didn't look great. But you go out and play, and guys step up to the moment, and you do something great, and this can really springboard to finish this year and going into the off season. Like, this is a way to end on a good note. And kind of get some positivity back in the program. But, man, we need it. We need to go over and win this game regardless of what the circumstances look like. I don't know if they're going to playoffs, but I know we're not. But, man, we can go out and win this last game and finish the right way.
Yeah, and let's do it for the seniors.
Absolutely.
For a lot of these guys, last time getting to wear the green and white.
Yeah.
So that I know those guys up front, they want to win. Even Thomas not being able to play, but he wants to win. All these seniors, Ty Moses and Kyle Brown and Kamari Thompson. I mean, these guys, this is their last go around.
It is, and for a lot of these guys, and this is just the reality of it, this is the last time they'll play organized competitive football. Yeah. Like, some of these guys aren't going to college. And so that's always the thing that I remind them. And I challenged our guys last week at homecoming and said, guys, this is their seniors' last go. So I need you to give everything you have for these seniors. Not anything else, but give it for the seniors, because soon, very quickly, you're going to be in their spot, and this is going to be it. Yeah. So love that group. It's a great group of kids. A lot of them have been in the program for 4 years. So I would love for them to go out with a big win, again, with the odds stacked against them, and having gone through a rough year, to go put it all together one last time together and go get it done.
Yeah, Hunter Watson, love to win for him. I mean, there's a guy with a motor just keeps running.
Absolutely.
And he is. I think he's had a great year.
He has, and we talked before the year how excited we were for him to come back from the injury. So if you look at him and Jack Harrington, which both tore the ACL last year, both have come back and played really well. Jack has been a really big contributor on defense, played back at safety, even played some linebacker this past week. So I'm very thankful that those guys have been able to play all throughout the season and really bounce back from that injury.
Yeah, William Slaughter, Lou Jack Smith.
Yep.
You know, some of the seniors that this is their last go around. I mean, I just love for them to go out with a win.
Yeah, man, Lou Jack, he has poured his heart and soul into this program, and he's played a really tough and good season. He's ran the ball hard, and he shows up every Friday night. He had a setback against Madison with the injury, sat that next game, and ever since then, man, he just plays some really good football. And old Slaughter, man, first time playing this year, he's done really well at kicking the ball. From field goals, PATs, kickoffs, he's really showed up. They had their district golf match today, so hopefully they won over there with Wakulla. But it was a pleasure to have him out this year.
No doubt about it. Is he giving you any golf lessons or maybe some tips?
It would take a lot of lessons and tips for me to get.
It's still a fun game. I'm terrible at it too, but
I've seen you out there.
Yeah.
And your terrible is much, much better than my terrible.
My terrible's better than your terrible?
Way better.
Well, I play a little more often, probably is what it is.
I hadn't been out there in a while, so we'll see.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, it's been a struggle this season, but you know, it's still been a fun season. Just following the team and you know, what can I say? 100 years of Suwannee football. I mean, we go back through the years and just so many memories. And I'd love to go out with one win in this last ball game. It's the day before Halloween. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Let's go and scare the Timberwolves.
Hey, crazy things happen. I've seen a lot of and been a part of some big games on that field against Chiles. So it's going to be a good game. And again, you never know. That's why you show up and play. And they're probably going to be very confident, maybe overconfident going into this game. So I'm looking forward to, especially some of these guys that have to step in and play different roles. Yeah. Man, I just hope they go out and just play a phenomenal game.
Let's go get her done. By the way, before I let you go, I want you to say a quick word about Hardee's of Live Oak. They've been supplying meals for us all season long.
Gooder than a mug. We had the burgers tonight.
Yeah.
So whether it's the burgers or the chicken tenders, it's on point. They treat us so great, and they do a lot of our breakfast in the morning, sausage, biscuits, and everything. So Hardee's is a great friend of ours, and we appreciate him.
No doubt about it. Thank you to Hardee's of Live Oak. We'll be back right after this final timeout to wrap up the Coaches Show after this on RiverCountrySports.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Van Carpet One. For 78 years, we've been your local family-owned and operated floor covering store, and we can't wait to serve you. Let's go check out some of the stuff we've got and say hey to the guys.
Hey guys, this is Michael Van here at Van Carpet One. Wanted to show you our huge display of carpet. Got about 1,000 rolls for you that we can order. We also keep about 100 in stock that are on clearance, so please come down and give us a visit. We appreciate it.
Come in and see the largest tile collection in North Florida. Van Carpet One has every tile you could possibly imagine. If you can't find it here, they don't make it. Guys, take a look at this. This is just some of our options in waterproof vinyl plank, where we have the largest selection anywhere around here, including over 70 pallets in stock, ready to go right now. Come in and see our fantastic selection of elegant hardwood too, followed up by fantastic service that you expect from a company like Van Carpet One.
Come on in and see us.
We can't wait to serve you. And that's a boom shakalaka.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau Insurance.
Excellence in academic and clubs. Tradition, family, future. Foundations for lifelong learning. Leadership begins here. Careers start here. Curiosity meets opportunity. Building the leaders of tomorrow. Learning begins with love. One district, every student, every day. The Suwannee County School District, my choice for high-quality education.
And welcome back one final time here to the Coaches Show. I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this possible. Farm Bureau Insurance, Van Carpet One, and the Suwannee County School District. Coach, got any final comments, any final thoughts tonight?
Man, I appreciate you. Seriously. Appreciate River Country. The production team's phenomenal. Like, just look at the growth that y'all have made in a year's time. So y'all bring everything, just add more life and value. And again, congrats on the Hall of Fame. I enjoyed the speech after. It was fun listening to you and Andy, just reminisce and tell stories. But greatly appreciate you all, and just thank you.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, but we didn't write anything down.
But
we just
that's the
ad-lib.
best. Hey, that's shoot from the hip.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's my theory in life.
Hey, that's the best.
That's what we do every morning. And Kevin and I,
absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
it was good to see Kevin.
No doubt. All right, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Coaches Show. I want to thank our executive producer over here, Miss Tammy Neal, our streaming producer, Mr. Sawyer Brooks. He gets it done.
He's the man.
Oh, yeah. And for Coach Kyler Hall, I'm Wayne Luttrell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you Thursday night in Tallahassee.